Thursday. Getting up and on both sides here. I hope we're all doing good on this Thursday. Awesome. I'm giving us just a second to jump in here. Great to see you guys hopping on in. I hope we've been having a great day. Listen, I'm coming on here because I want to talk to us today about something that is the biggest hindrance for those of us who are endeavoring to reinvent and to create a new space, a better space, the best space for ourselves. You know, here on Thought for Thursdays, we talk about all the topics. We touch all the things that could possibly include or that could possibly help us to do better and to go better, to do better and to be better. So we talk about the things that we really need to change in our lives. And you saw the teaser that I put up. It said, it's time for us to hop to it. Let's get up and do it. And you know what the topic is? Procrastination. It's time for us to put procrastination behind us so that we can finally reach the destination that we see before us, that place that we've been trying to go for so long, right? Many of us want to change, but we're afraid to do it, or we are our own best enemy because we hinder ourselves from moving forward because we don't put up what it is that we need to put up. We don't decide to go ahead and move forward. We put everything else before what should take priority in our lives. And for that reason, we remain stuck. We remain behind. We remain in the same place that we've been for many of us for years because we procrastinate. You know, statistics, as I said earlier in the teaser that I set forth, most of us, if you saw the statistics that I put out there, most of us are guilty of procrastinating at some point. I mean, we're human, right? Procrastination will happen. It's where we let that take over and reign prevalent in our lives that we never get to the place we want to be. So we know we do it. We know that it's time to get up and put our feet to the ground to move and do the things that we need to do. But how if we just don't know how to get started? That's what we're talking about tonight. So first of all, what is one thing that you can do to help you if you are a procrastinator, if you have not been following through, if you haven't even started on what it is that you need to do better? One thing that you can do, set clear goals. Define specifically some achievable goals. You don't want to move and decide that you're going to move a mountain where you may just want to start out with a molehill. Start with something that you know that you can accomplish. That way, that will give you some momentum in actually pushing for perhaps those bigger things that may take more focus, more concerted effort to go ahead and get done what you need to get done. What else do you need to do? Once you set your goals, you really need to go ahead and prioritize that list. There are some things that need to come before others, and it can look so overwhelming when we have a huge list of items that we need to get done. The best way is to tackle it a bite at a time. We don't want to eat a whole block of cheese at one time. Put in order the things that you need to tackle first. What specific goals, what specific tasks are going to help you to get to that next level, to get to the bigger piece of what it is that you want to do? So make sure that you prioritize your task. And then once you get your priorities set, then you sit down and you create yourself a to-do list. These are the things that I need to do so that I can stop procrastinating, get up, and finally move in the direction that I need to move in. Create that list. Make sure that it is complete so that you aren't leaving out any steps in the process. Make sure that you are doing your absolute best to ensure that you're setting yourself up for success. And creating that to-do list is going to do that, along with time management. Time management is key. Now, there are a ton of books out there. There are a ton of methods out there. The one that I have found the most effective is to set a timer to do certain things during the day. You have 8 hours in your day. Set a timer once you've got that to-do list created. Set a timer for each item on that list. Once you have spent an hour on that first item, move to the second item, so forth and so on, so that by the time you reach the end of your day, you can see where you've actually made some progress and not feel as though you're really lagging behind because you're still stuck on task number one. Something else that you need to do. Okay, I know that ADD is a real problem. It is a real disease. It is a real thing that many of us deal with. And there's so many techniques out there, so many methods that can help you in handling having attention deficit disorder. Well, some of us don't have that, and it's still very easy for us to get distracted. So we want to eliminate distractions. If music is going to pull you away, then you don't have music on. I worked in an environment where the news was on all the time. Sometimes that helped, sometimes that didn't. You want to eliminate things that are going to pull you away from the task that you have to complete at hand. What else? It's incredibly important. Practice a little self-compassion. Don't beat up on yourself when you fall into procrastinating behavior. Don't beat up on yourself. However, hold yourself accountable if you remain there for an extended period of time. Have yourself someone who's going to be your accountability buddy so that they can tell you, have you done this? It's been a week. You set this as your goal. It's time for you to go ahead and move forward. You've procrastinated and sat back and not done this long enough. I'm here to help you push forward. Deadlines. I just mentioned that. They are incredibly important. Make sure that you set deadlines. If you even have your to-do list, if you have your goals and your objectives, and you don't have a specific time frame for getting those things completed, well, then, yeah, you cannot go forward either. You're going to find yourself stuck in the same place. Hey there, Dr. Derica. Great to see you. You're going to find yourself stuck in the same place. You have got to make sure that you are establishing some deadlines that are going to hold your feet to the fire to ensure that you go ahead and do those things that you need to do. Hopefully you guys are tracking with me. All right. So what are some other things that you need to do? What are those things that are really going to help you to move forward? Visualize the success that you know that you're going to have, the success that you want to have. See yourself in that place that you desire to be in. That alone will help you and will push you on those days when you just don't feel like getting up and getting things done. Remember where you want to be. Visualize how much better things are going to be for you. Visualize where it's going to put you financially, where it's going to put you emotionally, perhaps where it's going to put you physically, mentally. Have the visualization in place so that when you really want to give up and sit back and say, I'm not going to do it, it just hurts you to your core to realize that you're not going to get to that place where you really visualize yourself being. Develop yourself a routine. Routines are the best way to ensure that you're moving forward. So sometimes it require even you including things like exercise. Exercise is good for the body in so many ways, but another way that we often don't think about it being good for us is it really gets our mind flowing. It gets our mind in gear. It gets those endorphins moving so that we can think in the right mindset, that we can have a growth mindset, a success mindset. So all of these things play a part. So perhaps your routine may include exercise in the morning, eating a great breakfast, and then tackling those things. I know there's a method that people have been doing recently or that I've heard about recently where you try to accomplish 10 things by 10. Actually, that's something I heard about from you, Dr. Derica, as well. You try to accomplish those things. And then, even if you fall short and you don't get that 10, imagine those behaviors that you've already put in place that are going to push you, and then sit back and reward yourself for the things that you did get done by 10. How about that? Now, what about those tasks? Again, I talked about not tackling an entire mountain. Break those things down, put them into chunks. Maybe you want to do, instead of doing all of number one, do part one, 1A, 1B, 1C. Again, so that you are not getting discouraged and trying to get to what you want to do, to where you want to be, and so that you can finally kick procrastination out of the way and you will be able to move forward and do the things that you want to do. So that's another tip for your personal development, a way that you can get up, get to it, and do it. A way that you can move forward, a way that you can get past procrastination. Now, professional and personal development are such key pieces of what we all need to do, right? And that's why we come on here on Thursdays, to ensure that you're getting the tools that you need to move forward. Now, of course, I am still I am still making sure that you are focusing on summer school. So what is summer school? You know, those things, those personal development things that I've been talking about as well. I have set up so many opportunities for you to be able to hop on and get small nuggets to make yourself even better by the end of the summer, by the beginning of the fall, by the end of the year. I have things on the portal that you're able to go in on. I have the email address, the URL link running at the bottom of this screen. I'll also make sure to post it when I hop off here. These are courses that are going to stick to your ribs. This is training that is going to make you elevate, that is going to enable you to be able to finally move into that position that you've been dreaming of. That's going to have you finally moving in the direction of the salary that you want. It's going to finally have you taking yourself off the back burner and moving into position to thrive. You are able to do this by subscribing for a monthly fee, and a fee that is so well worth the investment. Make sure that you check that out. We are just days away from Reinvented to Rise, the documentary. I am so excited about the people that have poured into this documentary, the stories that you're going to hear when you see this documentary are only going to propel you to be better, to do better, and go for better. You're going to walk away thinking, I have absolutely nothing to lose in investing in myself and in making sure that I understand that reinvention has no real cost for me other than to cause me to excel. The cost, I take that back, is to live a life where you're not thriving, but merely surviving. So yes, it does have a cost. However, financially, that does not matter. We have to think of the cost of us not getting to where we want to be. Now, that is what we really want to focus on. Again, the ticker is running here at the bottom of the screen for you to go ahead and invest in that. Over in Instagram, I realize you can't see my ticker here, but I promise when I finish up, I'm going to put it in the post that's going to go along with this live that we have over here. All right. There you go. I promised you guys. I promised that I would take 15 minutes. Okay, sometimes I go a little over, but I've given you 15 minutes worth of content that you can feast on and something that you can use to grow on. Be sure that you commit to doing better and to being better. All right. So that's it. You guys look in the post to make sure you get on those links. You go in and you do the things that are going to help you to develop personally. If you're in the area, please join me next Saturday. I would love to see you. I would love to have you experience reinvention at its finest. So go out, have yourself the absolute best day that you can. Remember that your imprint is only yours, and that imprint is needed in the world. And it is awful for you to hold back and not go out and touch something and make it better. Your imprint is going to make you better. Realize that you are unique. Be confident in who you are, and know that you can do great things and push to do just that. All right. That's it. You guys have a great afternoon, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.